Hello, I'm back again. It feels so good to be vlogging. I feel like I haven't vlogged in so long. I also think that's probably the intro to the last few vlogs I've made because it's so sporadic, but I'm manifesting consistency on YouTube. Anyway, I've been in a huge pottery phase right now. I feel like I go through these little like fixations where I'm like super into one thing and then like everything else in my life just completely goes out the door. Currently that's pottery and painting. I don't know what it is, but ever since moving to San Diego, I just feel like I've been wanting to paint so much more, and I haven't really painted in years, especially with oil paints. I don't think I've painted with oil paints maybe since like college or like the start of, maybe even earlier than the start of college. Anyway, like everything else has gone out the window. I'm not interested in doing anything else. I think that's kind of always how I've been. I think it's a little bit of my ADHD coming out. I don't think most people would think that I have ADHD, but I do. I was diagnosed a few years ago, although the place I went to definitely seems like they're like, you have ADHD, you have ADHD, all y'all have ADHD. So I don't know how accurate it was, but I mean, it does run in my family. Long story short, that I don't know why I shared that, but that's what's going on in my life right now. Lots of hobbies, lots of crafts. I'm always crafting. I just finished my first bowl. It is gonna be, I think it's gonna be like a cat bowl. Cats, oh no, I put a little notch in it just now, but I can fix it. Cats like apparently can get whisker fatigue if the bowls are too narrow, so I wanted a really wide and shallow bowl. I do think it might be a little tall, but I mean, obviously like these things shrink when you fire them too. I've been wanting to open like a little online pottery shop, so I've been making a ton of things for that. But I also feel like I've been making, like putting things that I want to make for myself on the back burner. So I'm gonna make, well, I made this. I also want to make a few more big bowls, like fruit bowls, just like decor bowls, I guess. And then I also want to make some ring dishes. I've wedged out a few bowls for that because I feel like it's gonna take me a few tries to get like what I'm wanting. And then at some point I also want to make some like handmade soap dispensers. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that today. But yeah, I'm just trying to prioritize like some of the fun stuff instead of just like mugs for my shop. Recently I moved from Arizona to San Diego. I've been moving a lot. I used to live in Dallas, and then in January I moved to Arizona, and then now it's currently August and I moved to San Diego. It's a long story, but I really like this place here, and I especially like that our place has like a little rooftop. But the one thing is, it's such a nightmare like getting up here because there's like stairs obviously to get up here, and then I have 4 cats, so I'm trying to like block them from getting up here. And then on top of that, I'm like juggling, like bringing up my breakfast and all these other things and my tripod and all that. So it's a little bit of a juggling act, but regardless, it's very beautiful here. As I mentioned, I've been going through a huge fixation with painting recently, And for me, I like to shoot my own reference photos when I paint. So yeah, I just shot some oranges. And then for the painting itself, I wanted to do like a really bright underpainting. So I've been trying to figure out how people do these bright underpaintings and like what the strategy is in terms of color. So from my understanding, say the subject matter is like orange. So you'll want the background to be a complementary color to make those oranges pop. So in this case, I did the background kind of a greenish blue to make the oranges pop. But then for the underpainting, I want a complementary color of that. So I did kind of like a reddish orange. So the underpainting is just acrylic, and then the oranges are painted in oil. And then the background, I wanted it to be a little more textured just to contrast from the oranges. I don't know, I feel like it was like a fun technique. And so I used these, I think they're called R&F oil sticks. So it's essentially, it's kind of like oil pastels, but it's literal oil paint in a stick form. And it's so nice because it's like, you don't have to mix anything. You don't have to mix your palette, whatever. It's super straightforward. And so I used an oil stick for the background, and it was so fun. I really enjoy using the oil sticks. But yeah, it was really fun. I made like an intentional effort to very meticulously prep my palette and mix the colors beforehand, because I do have that problem where I get very impatient. I'm very type B when it comes to making art. I just want it to happen right away. I don't want to prep my palette. I don't want to do storyboards, thumbnail sketches. I'm like, I just want to get into it. And that's why I hate painting, is because you have to prep everything. It's like a very meticulous process. But I was like, okay, I'm going to prep this palette nicely and get the colors really accurate and take my time, and I did, and I'm actually really proud of the colors. I feel like, I don't know, I tried to be really intentional about painting the exact colors I saw as opposed to the colors I'd imagine an orange to be, if that makes sense. I've been waiting for this little thing in the mail for a while now, not that long, but this is a rotary blade for a Cricut. Basically what I want to do is I have this journal I made. I'm gonna make like a little reel on like how to make a DIY bullet journal, as you can see here. So it's got this cute little stitched, like, I guess like a name tag or a title tag, and then I added these little charms on. But I was like, I feel like it still looks kind of bland. I mean, it's kind of cute with like the minimalistic vibe, but I was like, I have this gingham like checkered fabric, and because the stitching is red, I felt like I could do some little like patchwork. So I was thinking about doing like little squares and then little hearts, maybe like 2 or 3, just to match with the red stitching on the tag and then on the spine here. So I was like, oh, I'll do that in my Cricut, like it'll be super easy. And so I tried it, and I realized you need a specific blade. So I ordered the blade, and then it just didn't come. Like it said it was delivered, and it didn't come. And then I ordered again, and I finally got it. So I'm crossing my fingers that this actually works. I don't know why, but I feel like it's not going to. For some reason, I'm like, how is this gonna cut fabric? Vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I especially appreciate those of you that like come over to this side of the internet with me and actually watch my YouTube videos. It just means a lot because I know I am inconsistent, but I do want to be more consistent. So yeah, I appreciate you. Let me know what kind of content you want to see from me, and I'll see you next time.